Times, channel 276, and free to air on Nigecomsat. You can also download the Global TV Nigeria mobile app for Android and iOS devices to keep track of our broadcast. Saudi Arabia on Saturday said the crescent of Shawwal has been sighted. It also added that Eid al-Fitr will now be held on Sunday, March 30th, 2025, to mark the beginning of the new Islamic month. This disclosure was made on Haramin's official Facebook page, an official platform for the Muslims community across the world. The governor, Benue State, Hyacinth Alia, has joined millions of Nigerians and world leaders to celebrate President Bola Tinubu on his 73rd birthday anniversary. Alia, in a statement by his chief press secretary, Tesukula Imakodi, appreciated God for the gift of life and for the strength granted to the president. He says the president has shown Benue considerable love given the numerous appointment, infrastructural development projects, and other federal government interventions in the state. The governor appreciated the president for always putting Benue at the front burner of his renewed hope agenda. President Bola Tinubu has joined fellow Muslims at the National Mosque in Abuja for a special Ramadan Friday prayer session. This significant event coincides with the president's upcoming 73rd birthday today and comes 2 months before his administration's second anniversary. Our correspondent, Godwin Sunday, joins us for the report.
This collective prayer is seen as a powerful tool for guiding the nation towards progress and harmony. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. The prayer section aimed to promote unity and spiritual reflection, with President Tinubu inviting the public to join in spirit by offering prayers at their places of worship in commemoration of his forthcoming 73rd birthday.
Feel good, feel happy, and give thanks to Almighty Allah that has protected us so far and continue to answer our prayers, accept our ibadah. That is key and very important to all of us. A prayer for our country to stabilize, keep in peace, and safeguard our people, all the citizens.
The National Imam seized the opportunity to offer special prayer session for the president and urge Muslims to be committed to national development, while urging citizens to pray for divine guidance, unity and healing of the land.
Special prayer for your excellency. May Allah be with you. May Allah be with you. May Allah be with you. And make you triumphant upon every evil, inshallah. We pray for you.
Godwin Sunday, reporting for Global TV News.
As Muslims in Nigeria and around the world prepare for Eid al-Fitr, Nigerians lament over the financial constraint caused by rising food and transportation costs. Our correspondent, Amarachi Ibe, reports from Owerri and now on how residents are coping with the situation.
At Amawosa in Owerri, a major hub for the Muslim community, preparations for Salah are on the way. However, many faithful say the soaring cost of transportation has made it difficult to travel and celebrate with their loved ones.
No, last year we bought rice almost close to 100. But now, what they are selling bag of rice at shop is 80,000 because I priced it yesterday. 80,000 they are selling it. Some places it depends of the rice.
Market is moving small, so it's not like last year. Last year we have market more than that, and people is getting business more than this year. This year things is hard. We thank God we manage ourselves like that.
For traders, the challenges goes beyond personal celebrations. Fabric dealers who source their goods from Kano State says the rising cost of transporting materials to Imo State has significantly affected their businesses, reducing their profit margins.
Doing business very well, but the customers are crying, but because I transport everything from at the buy market from Kano to here, we are paying for transport. Each one bear now, and go charge like 20 before reach Imo State. So yes, the thing will just the grades of Madam next year.
Nigerians blame high fuel price for festive season while urging people to budget carefully and explore alternative options to manage expenses during the festive period. From Owerri, Amarachi Ibe reporting for Global TV News.
President Bola Tinubu has given presidential assent to the Investment and Securities Bill, thus providing for a robust regulatory framework in Nigeria's capital market. According to a statement made available by the Securities and Exchange Commission, the new Investment and Securities Act 2024 repeals the Investment and Securities Act 2007 and introduces key reforms aimed at boosting investor confidence, strengthening market oversight, and aligning Nigeria's financial market with global best practices. Commenting on this milestone, the Director General of the Securities and Exchange Commission, Dr. Omomotimi Agama, lauded the President's assent as a transformative step for the capital market. As Muslims, faithfuls around the world is about to conclude the 30 days fasting and prayer to commemorate the Ramadan celebration, it has been a time to reflect on the impact of religious activities. Global Television's correspondent Ogochumu Mobuna interviewed some persons on the effect of the celebration on the cost of food and transportation.
Salam alaikum. As Muslims all around the world celebrate the Ramadan fast, we have taken to the streets to ask people how they've been coping with the high prices of foodstuff in the market during this time and also what the holy month means to them. I am Ogochumu Mobuna. Please come with me. So Muslims shares their Ramadan experiences during the prayer and fasting season, from the meal they could afford for iftar and sahur to the various activities leading to the Ramadan period. Some traders expressed their displeasure on the high cost of food prices and how it has affected sales during the Ramadan fast.
The people that come support, this Ramadan money, they plenty like I said before. And I'm already the manager now. Somebody doing business now.
I think it has increased relatively because things I used to buy cheaper, like where I am right now, it's really different. Price has increased.
While lamenting on the hike in transportation during Ramadan period, travelers have shown great concerns as some say they can't travel as usual during Eid.
Where I go travel, the money for motor they cost. Where they go now, I'm burning Kebi, now 18,000 motor. I'll go see the money to go enter motor. Look now, I say, tell the Baba, look at hyper a big.
The Kano State Police Command has dismissed as false the social media reports claiming an attack on a 18-seater passenger bus in Kano. This was contained in a statement issued by the command spokesperson, SP Abdullahi Kiyawa in Kano State. He says the report was entirely false and misleading. The police command reaffirms its commitment to maintaining law and order, ensuring the safety and security of all residents and promoting harmony among diverse communities. The Southwest Zone of the National Association of University Students has called on the federal government to reverse the hike in telecommunication tariffs. The university student body said the country would witness the mobilization of learners against the hike if the government and other stakeholders failed to address the issue. Other imperative issues that NAUS asked the government to address included rising insecurity on campuses, epileptic power supply, and incessant strikes, among others. According to the statement signed by the NAUS National Vice President, Tiamiu Olayinka, the reversal of increased telecommunication tariffs was crucial as students depend on affordable internet access to learn in the digital age. The Commissioner of Police, Lagos State Command, Olorundare Jimoh, has ordered the immediate deployment of conventional police personnel, the elite strike forces, and tactical units of the Nigerian police force to all strategic locations in Lagos State, saying that the move is to ensure a hitch-free Eid Fitr celebration. In a statement posted on his X handle, the police public relations officer, Chief Superintendent of Police Benjamin Hundeyi, says the deployment will also target identified black spots and flashpoints to prevent crime and criminality, remove fear of crimes from the mind of all Lagosians and visitors alike during the Eid Fitr celebrations. Ghanaian President John Mahama has visited his Nigerian counterpart, President Bola Tinubu, at the State House in Abuja. The first visit since his inauguration on January 7th is to brief President Tinubu, who also doubles as the chairman of the ECOWAS Authority of Heads of State and Government, on his recent visit to Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. Godwin Sunday has details.
While briefing journalists, the Ghanaian president, John Mahama, says he was in Nigeria to keep President Bola Tinubu updated on diplomatic efforts with the military junta leaders of Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso aimed at addressing regional security and stability. Mahama acknowledged the complexities of the regional issue, but assured that with continued constructive dialogue, all pending issues between the Alliance of Sahel States and the Economic Community of West African States will be resolved.
Twofold: to thank him for the honor done me during my inauguration, but also to brief him on a visit I made to the Sahelian countries, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, and to bring him up to date with some of the issues that I discussed with him. As ECOWAS chairman, it's my duty to come and brief him on some of the concerns that were raised there, so that we continue to see how to dialogue with those other countries.
Most definitely, sir. The region will be willing to have the three Sahelian countries back. Any good news from there?
Well, it's a complicated situation, and it's not as easy as we might think, but we just need to continue to dialogue and see how we can continue to cooperate together.
In his response, President Tinubu says his talks with the three Alliance of Sahel states were essential to safeguarding lives and fostering prosperity across the region.
Indeed, very happy of the effort is made to have a bridge between the AES countries and the ECOWAS. It's not a bad idea for us because of the security situation in the Sahel region and what economic opportunity that we must embark to ensure security of life and properties of our citizens. The innocent people in this episode are the citizens of those countries. Not much about us, the leadership. The citizens must be the first, beneficiary and the first part of reasons together.
Godwin Sunday, reporting for Global Television.
The president of the Nigerian Bar Association, Afa Mosigwe, has condemned the gruesome murder of traveling hunters who were mobbed to death in Uromi, a community in Eson North-East local government area of Edo State. The victims who were mobbed were reportedly traveling from Port Harcourt when they were stopped at Uromi, accused of criminal activities and gruesomely murdered, allegedly by vigilante groups who raised the alarm upon finding the travelers in possession of guns. Their vehicle was also set on fire. The bar president, in a statement, condemned vigilante justice, stressing that it is deeply disturbing for mobs to lynch suspected criminals rather than report to the police. The constituents of Edo South Senatorial District and the human rights community says they have lost confidence in Senator representing the area, Senator Neda Imaswe, over alleged failure, corruption, abuse of office, and betrayal of public trust. The constituents say it has formally initiated the recall of the Labour Party senator and also demanded his prosecution over the circumstances surrounding his alleged disbarment by the New York State Supreme Court in 2010. The group added that given the international nature of these allegations, Interpol's cooperation is necessary to ensure a thorough, independent, and global investigation. The former Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi has dismissed reports linking him with the All Progressives Congress, noting that he is not a member of the ruling party nor intending to be a member. Reacting to a report circulating on social media where he alleged that his name was mentioned in an APC gathering, Obi advised that elections and primaries should not be reduced to toxic narratives or personal attacks, noting that political choices should be guided by credibility, vision, and the ability to deliver real change. You're watching the live broadcast of the News Prime. When News Prime returns, NESG urges federal government to sustain 2.2 million barrels per day oil production for 2025 budget feasibility. We'll bring you details after the break. Please stay with us.
Do you know that Global Television can be watched in Nigeria and all over the world?
Download the Global TV Nigerian mobile app for Android and iOS devices to watch Global Television real-time from around the world. What are you waiting for?
Start downloading and stay connected to Global Television. Many thanks for staying with us. In business, the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, Barrister Nyesom Wike, has vowed to aggressively pursue revenue collection through taxes and ground rent payments in the FCT to fund impactful projects in the state capital, amid a record collection of 262 billion naira in internally generated revenue for 2024. In a statement by his Director of Press, Anthony Ogunleye, the minister stressed the FCT administration's intent to aggressively pursue revenue collection within legal boundaries. The acting executive chairman of FCT IRS, Michael Ango, revealed this during the service's annual sensitization campaign aimed at mobilizing FCT residents for voluntary tax compliance. The Nigerian Economic Summit Group, NESG, has called on the federal government to maintain crude oil production at 2.2 million barrels per day to ensure the viability of the 2025 budget and stabilize the economy. Dr. Tayo Aduloju, Chief Executive Officer of NESG, made the recommendation during the group's media briefing on its 2025 strategic vision and private sector macroeconomic outlook in Abuja. He emphasized that sustaining this production level is critical for revenue generation, foreign exchange stability, and economic growth. The U.S. Embassy in Syria has warned its citizens of an increased possibility of attacks during the upcoming holiday, marking the end of the Muslim holy month of Ramadan. U.S. Department of State cautions U.S. citizens of the increased possibility of the attacks, which could target embassies, international organizations, and Syrian public institutions in Damascus. China's President Xi Jinping has sent a message of condolence to Myanmar's junta chief a day after a devastating earthquake killed at least 1,000 people. Xi expressed deep sorrow over the destruction and says China is willing to provide Myanmar the needed assistance to support people in affected areas. In his message to junta chief Minister Ong Hyang, China's foreign ministry made this known in a statement. The 7.7 magnitude earthquake struck northwest of the central Myanmar city of Sagaing on Friday afternoon, followed minutes later by 6.7 magnitude aftershock. A Ukrainian heiress regional head says 4 people have been killed and another 21 injured in a mass Russian drone attack on the central Ukrainian city of Dnipro. Serhiy Lysyk says a restaurant complex and several residential buildings were ablaze after the attack. He added that the enemy sent more than 20 drones to the city and that most of them were shot down. Later, videos and images emerged showing firefighters tackling large fires that had engulfed the buildings and that were struck and smashed glass and other debris scattered on the city streets. In sports, the junior Yellow Greens didn't make a perfect start to their quest for a 2026 ICC Under-19 World Cup ticket after losing their first game against Namibia by 10 runs at the Tafawa Balewa Cricket Oval in Lagos. Nigeria is hosting the final phase of the ICC Africa qualifiers with 5 other teams jostling for the sole ticket through the tournament. Captain Francois Dupali won the toss for Namibia and elected to bat first, sending Gafar Karim and his teammates to field. 6 nations will converge at the Balmoral Convention Center on April 18 for a high-stakes boxing tournament that promises to pit elite fighters against each other in a test of skill and endurance. Game Rush and Balmoral Promotions will stage the high-octane boxing event following the resounding success of their previous chaos in the ring tournament in December 2024 and the premier launcher Friday Fight Night in February 2025. The upcoming tournament will feature elite fighters from 6 countries, all competing for ring supremacy. To end the news on Global TV, here's a recap of our major stories. Saudi Arabia on Saturday said the crescent of Shawwal has been sighted and also added that Eid al-Fitr will now be held on Sunday, March 30th, 2025, to mark the beginning of the new Islamic month. The Kano State Police Command has dismissed as false the social media reports claiming an attack on an 18-seater passenger bus in Kano. The Southwest Zone of the National Association of University Students has called on the federal government to reverse the hike in telecommunication tariffs. The U.S. Embassy in Syria has warned its citizens of an increased possibility of attacks during the upcoming holiday. And in sports, we told you the junior Yellow Greens didn't make a perfect start to their quest for a 2026 ICC Under-19 World Cup ticket after losing their first game against Namibia. And that's it on Global TV News Prime. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms using @GlobalTVNG and other handles now showing on your screen. You can also download the Global TV Nigeria mobile app for Android and iOS devices to keep track of our broadcast. I'm Queen Agaba. Thank you for watching and see you again.